You are listening to the Your Empty Nest Coach podcast with Coach Christine, episode number 68, Becoming the CEO of Your Life, part 4 of 5, Where is Your GPS? I work with mothers of high school students and beyond who are in the trenches with sad and possibly overwhelming thoughts about what their life will look like when their baby heads to college and begins to leave the nest. My client's big question is, what will I do with my time? Is this you? I've been there and I get it. Empowering you to write the next jaw-dropping, amazing chapter in your life is my passion. I am energized by leading you in the process of exploration and am thrilled when you unlock the power that lies within you. This podcast is my gift to you. Hello, my wonderful empty nest friend. I'm so thankful for you. Thanks for listening. I'm recording this in mid-January, and as I sit here, miraculous things have presented themselves in my life. Truly miraculous. I like to believe that they come from my understanding of universal principles that have manifested as this massive analogy for me, the one that we're currently learning. Super fun stuff. Before we get started, please remember that you may leave me audio feedback at any time through my SpeakPipe link. If you find yourself talking back to me during the episode, why don't you really share your thoughts with me? You'll find the link to do this in the description of this episode. On Apple Podcasts, click Details. On Spotify, click See More. On Overcast, press the I for Information button. Get the idea? Of course, I always have full show notes with links to anything I discuss in the episode and a full episode transcription on my website. Those reside at youremptynestcoach.com/P for podcast and 68 for this number's episode. I can't wait to hear from you. Thanks. Thank you. It's time to thank our sponsor. This episode is sponsored by my community, the Green Popsicle Sticks. Ready to find the GPS of your life? Then sign up for my Thursday Thoughts About email, where you will gain immediate access to the GPS Life Principles document and will receive a link to join our community. And it's all free. See the link in this episode's show notes or head to my website, youremptynestcoach.com, and click the Thursday Thoughts About button to get started. See you there. This episode is part 4 of a 5-part series titled Become the CEO of Your Life. If you haven't yet listened to the first 3 episodes, I encourage you to do that now. Start with episode number 64. I won't repeat all of my fair warnings that I include in that episode. Just know as I continue, I assume you understand concepts I've introduced earlier. All good? Great. Today's message represents where I am at this moment in my life. I am a living example of what happens when you gain control of your protector, when you consider your thoughts are optional, and you train your protector in a way that allows you to stay close to illumination mode as you proceed in your life. Where is your GPS? I can tell you where your GPS is when you are in obscurity mode, hidden. No one can see the real you, the you are meant to be in this moment. When you operate in obscurity mode, no one, not even you. There's no light to allow you to find who you are. I get it. It can be scary to look. Think about it. It's a house that has been overrun for years and years in the dark. When the light turns on, you might find something you don't love or even like. I will tell you the fear is normal, but I will also tell you that the you are hiding by being in obscurity mode is amazing. And it's cruel of you to keep her in the dark. My theory is that the restlessness you feel at this point in your life is that. It's her begging to have light on her, to drink in the light and to show others, starting with you, who you really are. Right now, no one is seeing her because you're too busy letting your protector keep you in the dark with concerns like complaining about your mother, worried about your child's career choice, freaking out about being alone in the years to come, hating yourself for eating what you said you wouldn't eat, gossiping about that person that everyone else can't stand. Are you hearing me? That is a lot of dark energy there. Your protector is keeping you really busy in obscurity mode. And you maybe understand why now when my clients ask me, Christine, what should I do with my time? Or what is next for me? Why I don't have a quick answer. It takes work to get out of obscurity mode. It takes a whole bunch of work in training mode, knowing that you are simmering without resenting it. Knowing that, yeah, you might pop back into obscurity mode. And guess what? That's okay because you've operated that way for so incredibly long that the switch and everything about you wants to pop back in there. The fantastic news is that the moment you notice you're in obscurity mode, you jump back into training mode. Yippee! It's all progress. So next time you notice obscurity mode is on, celebrate that you noticed it rather than beating yourself up for being there. I'm excited to tell you that the more time you spend in training mode, the higher up your dimmer switch moves, which brightens the house of your mind and allows you to see things you never saw before, to put connections together that you may not have made before. And as your home brightens, you're able to uncover your green popsicle stick, your GPS. It becomes brighter and clearer. You might even be able to make out some writing on her. When you make it to illumination mode, you reach the point where you know in everything that is in you who you are meant to be and what your purpose is for this moment in time. In illumination mode, that version of you shines so bright that no one can dull it. You stay on course no matter the happenings outside your fence. And here's what else I've noticed. That energy in your house is connected to a grid, just like in a first world home. When you're illuminated, it is as if the energy in your home flows not only through your home and fence and such impacting those you meet, but also the energy flows into the grid and you'll find people, places, things drawn to you that you cannot explain. I'm living in this now. I could question whether it's that they were always there, but I couldn't see them because I was previously in obscurity mode, or that I send an energy signal out into the universal grid that now pulls things towards me that has the same energy. But does it really matter? Things start happening. I also continue to be super productive in my near illumination mode, which also helps all of it come together. So much fun. There are things that have happened to me over the last 6 months that the me of 2 years ago could not have even begun to believe. And they're all amazing. Opportunities that the obscured me never would have seen or taken action on, for starters. She would have gone right to excuses. The other thing that for me, the more I do things in my life that are in my purpose, that will move me toward who I clearly see in the future, the stronger my energy becomes. And it's almost painful to not work towards these things. I have people ask me what I'm doing on the weekend, and I say, working on my business. I get responses such as, well, I hope you have some fun in there, or something like that. But my friend, when you are illuminated or near illuminated, it is fun. It's so much fun. The energy is incredible. The world looks different. Beauty is more evident. Saying no to things that don't make sense for you becomes easier, and your empowerment grows along with your energy. Another thing that I've also noticed is that I feel the deeper level of the impact of my work on the world. When I'm in obscurity, I can't help myself, I can't help my family, and I certainly can't help my clients. Illuminated, and a client could be impacted by me in a way that improves her family's life and has the potential to impact generations to come. Like, whoa, that's something I feel to my core. What I just said, that isn't a realization you come to when you live in obscurity mode. I didn't. I was in training mode and present enough to latch onto an opportunity that was gifted to me with little time to plan to attend She Podcast Live, where I was in a session about community and where the leader challenged us to go deeper on who we serve. Obscured me wouldn't have gone deeper. She wouldn't have been in that room and she wouldn't have been at that conference. The magic begins in training mode, and that mode is where you will find your GPS, your beautiful GPS. I can guide you on the journey to find her. I can lead you and assist you in your training mode, but ultimately, only you can find her. You have to do the work involved. You have to train your protector, and you need to take care of yourself in ways you have never done before. Yes, I do say this a lot, but my friend, you might need the reminder. You are worth this work. 100% you are worth it. This is where I leave you today. You are probably wondering, but Christine, I need more help. I hear you. Well, first of all, you can always work with me. Go to my website. Just email me and ask. But we have one final episode in this series. It isn't one to be missed. It pulls all this together in a way that I hope you will remember forever. My friend, I'm on this journey with you, and you are receiving these concepts as they become clear in my mind in the hopes they assist you in becoming the CEO of your life. While I do hope these episodes resonate with you, either way, I'm always happy to hear from you. Don't rush if you aren't getting this. The beauty of podcasts is that you can re-listen to sections or entire episodes as often as you like. Is today the day you send me audio feedback? You know I love hearing from you. The questions I have for you in this episode are, do you have access to your GPS today? And are you ready to become the CEO of your life? I invite you to share your answers to these questions for inclusion on an upcoming episode by using my SpeakPipe link, which you'll find in the episode description mentioned earlier. Or fly on over to our Facebook group to share your answers to these questions with our amazing flock. Our Facebook group name is Green Popsicle Sticks. Want to know why? Listen to episode number 17 or head to my website, youremptynestcoach.com/community for links to join our flock. We look forward to seeing you there. Thanks. Thank you. A huge shout out to my GPS execs, the executive producers of my podcast. Visit my website or see my show notes for a link to learn how you may become a GPS exec, where you will gain bonus access to me and more. As always, I provide content to make you think, my empty nest friend. My hope is that I am able to provide you with thoughts that positively impact your life. Are you able to screenshot this episode right now? If so, take a minute to do that and then share it on social media to help others find it. That would be incredibly helpful. Be sure to tag me at Empty Nest Coach so I may personally thank you. And want to know where I hang out the most? That would be Instagram. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment to subscribe to this podcast. It's free. Oh, and one last thing, of course, you are amazing. This episode is part 4 of a... I'm getting tired now. 2 more, Christine, that's it. Take 4. Today's message of my work on the word. Oh, I wonder if it's as the fence goes down. I'm having an epiphany now, but I don't know if it makes sense.